Muscle Shop Nutrition. Pre-exercise program that's going on today. This is Bill Moore's shop over here on Ormond Beach.
Yeah, I should have gotten on. How much?
Scivation booth.
Hey, Johnny's going to speak on behalf of for men's bodybuilding, and then Jess is an IFBB bikini pro, so she's going to be speaking to anyone who's interested in bikini. Okay, and each one will start giving you guys some instruction on training, some diet and nutrition tips, and then I asked each of them to maybe start going over some posing for men's bodybuilding. You guys can work with Johnny. Mike Ives could give some tips. He's done, we're getting close to 60 shows this year. All right, he's done 45 NPC shows, and the rest were all in natural bodybuilding. All right, we're getting close to our show, April 26th. We're with NGA now, so it's gonna be an NGA Gator Classic, and I know we got some teen guys here who are looking towards it. Some people here, it's their first show. And girls. Well, it's not your first show, though. So we do have some people here who have experience. Christy won the bikini division for the October show. Maggie, I know it's your first time. Joe's been in a couple of my shows. Dan hasn't been in any of my shows yet. Kim was in my show. And the rest of you guys are first timers. All my shows are very well run. Okay, we have a very good reputation. How quick we get our shows done. The judging, backstage. Okay, we run like a well-oiled machine. All right. The big thing is the support from you guys, having your friends and family come and support the shows. All right. These little seminars that we do here are just trying to give you guys some different perspective on how to train and your nutrition and everything. It all comes down to you because you're the ones who have to do the work. All right. But each one of these guys, it doesn't matter if she's talking about bikini or she's talking about figure and you're a male doing bodybuilding. Don't think you can't pick something up from them either.
Unless I'm saying don't do traps.
Yeah, that's all different ballgame. So Johnny's rep for Scivation. We have a Scivation booth here. He'll talk to you a little bit about that. Jay from Rock Supplements, he has his stuff here today. We have a lot of specials going on you guys can take advantage of afterwards. The 6-pack bags, we have a lot of specials going on with those today. Those are good things that when you guys go to a show, Melissa has hers right there. All right, carry all your food with you. Maggie bought one last time. All right, we also have little bags stocked full of supplements that will go with your bag today. All right, so I'm gonna let Johnny start. All right, Johnny's here. Johnny won his pro card at my show in October last year, and then a few weeks later he went and got his NGA pro card. So, and on the same night that he won his card at my show, he went and had twins. All right, so he was pretty busy. Thanks a lot, Johnny. All right, man.
How's it going, guys? I appreciate you guys stopping by. We had this, you've been starting this since last year,
I think
November?
No, we had one the first day in August with Wayne Norton.
That's right, right. Well, it's been great. I mean, to come down to these things, I definitely see the benefit in it. Really feeds you some information. It gets you excited, especially now that it's been kind of an off season, the season of start back up coming up. But it keeps things kind of fueled for you, the fire to keep going, keep training, have a purpose behind it. And then to see other people that are involved in the same thing as you. I think that's a big thing for me, because when I first started 4 years ago, I didn't even have my wife's backing in the sense that just because she didn't know what I was doing. And felt very alone, and then walked into some shows and different events and got her involved, and that's where just everything is now. Now she's telling me when I'm going to compete, next. So, but anyways, I appreciate, Bill, the opportunity to share with you guys a little bit of a diet, nutrition, posing. I didn't bring my trunks, but I'm not at low body fat percentage. Anyways, I'm cold like I am. But I also want to thank Scivation too. They brought me on board before, you know, the success that I've had, and believed in me, you know, and I've been having a great time with them. So we got a sale going on any Scivation product that you do get. You get an extra 5 servings of Extend, a tub, little free tub there. So whatever you guys decide, we just came out with some good stuff too. So if you got any questions, let me know after. How many are you guys thinking about getting ready for a show this year? Got a few. Any first time show? Nice, good stuff. Nervous? Yeah. It's definitely nerve-wracking. I remember sitting in one of the first videos that I was drawn to was Lane Norton's video, how to be a natural bodybuilder. I think he has it on bodybuilding.com. And I was watching those videos. I didn't know him. I didn't know nobody. So you can imagine the first time I saw Lane, I'm like, oh my God, dude, you were the first person I saw, you know, getting ready for all this. And let me tell you, it's an evolution. You're going to learn and continue to learn day by day your body, different regimens, different training habits, preparation for diet. Are you guys feeling a little lost in your prep for diet as far as nutrition, as far as training? You feel like you know where you're at the moment? Okay, it's a good thing.
It just takes a lot of experimenting. You know, it takes a while to get to know what works for each person.
Yeah, and the body changes, man. You know, my metabolism from 2 years ago till now is totally different. I can pack on more food and I still stay lean. You know, and that's kind of what has been the big how do you say, preaching in the last few years from people like Dr. Lane Norton, my mentor, Paul Revelia, and a lot of these guys, Ryan Doris, just being able to put on as much food into your system and still maintain low body fat percentages or still drop in weight. What's been known for many years is to go into these drastic diets and these drastic things that really mess up your metabolism as you go forward and get ready and become very dangerous for you, even as your day of the show. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about some nutrition. I'm not answering text messages. I just got some notes here to keep myself going. So before anything, you guys got to remember, and I know you're getting ready now for shows coming up here soon, but your off season is important. Your off season is going to dictate what happens on the stage. I'm a big believer in that. So not going crazy in your off season as far as nutrition is definitely, it's important, you know, to maintain structure, to maintain discipline in your ways of eating and having a good time, enjoying life, but also being able to know the balancing between your diet and everything that you need to do. The sport's got to work with your lifestyle, man. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing. When I first started competing, the sport took over my life, and to the point where I've heard people lose friends, family. It doesn't have to get that drastic. And I think it begins with the proper understanding of diet. When you understand how to go about your diet and nutrition, it opens up a lot of things for you to become more free, to enjoy events with your family, and different things that'll make you more just approachable, more to be around. You know, you still can live your life. So in my off season, I'll go briefly on how I started last year. I started dieting around April of last year, a little around the Europa time, and I started slowly reducing my calories. I worked with my mentor Paul Revelia, and we started attacking it slowly. It wasn't an aggressive, something just drastic overnight, let's go and start doing a ton of cardio. I'm talking about 2 sessions of cardio a week, followed by reduction of carbohydrates of 5 grams per week. Very low, just getting things down slowly, getting the metabolism to obtain all this nutrients, but still being able to drop that weight. By the end of the day, you want to be able to eat as much as possible and still be able to lose the weight that you need to bring the conditioning and the present, what you want to bring, the package that you want to bring on stage. I started off, let me see here, my off-season, when I started my off-season macros, we were looking at about 60 fat, 450, 500 carbs, and I was looking at about 250 grams of protein. And that was when I first started. I was about 215 pounds. And body fat was roughly around 15%, 12 to 15%. And by the end of all that, which was around 3,200 calories, by the end of my diet, the lowest point that I got was 2,200 calories. And I was able to bring in the best conditioning that I've ever brought, and win my pro cards. 1,000 calories lost, within all that. Sounds like a lot, and doesn't even, for me, it doesn't even sound like a lot. I was looking at these numbers a couple weeks ago, and I was like, wow, it felt like, the reduction was a lot as you're going, but as you look at the overall, it wasn't even as much. I was drinking over a gallon of water the day of the show. It becomes knowing your body, understanding how much your metabolism can take, and being able to just hold on to as much as possible while getting shredded, or while bringing the physique that you want to bring. So that was some of my macros that I was able to achieve throughout that process. When you're dieting and getting ready for the show, typically you want to look for about half a pound to a pound of body fat or weight lost per week. That's kind of ideally. I think that if you 2 pounds, 3, you start to risk, depending how much water too your body takes in, how much fluids. I wasn't one to check my weight every day. I was always, it was once a week, consistently the same time, same day, once a week. It gave me roughly, typically morning time, empty stomach. Typically, it gave me an average. It stayed consistent for me. So I came into Bill's show at 172 from 215. And then 3 weeks later, I was able to lose 2 more pounds and be at 170 on stage.
And how far out did you start your prep?
It was over 20 weeks. It was over 20 weeks. It felt like forever, I'll be honest. But it was a flexible diet. It was a set of macros that I would meet per week. And what that did was just open up a lot of things for me. I mean, this year, let me tell you, my wife was pregnant this year. It was a very, if you looked at my life from the outside, you would say, how would you have done it? But my diet was flexible enough to be able to do that, to take care of my wife. And mind you, she was the one that was the one taking care of me years prior, prepping my meals, helping me. I didn't have her this last year. It was all me. I had to take care of her. So there was a lot more things that I had to take care of, but the diet helped me. It was flexible enough for me to be able to achieve that, and not as strenuous to what I was, my family and everything that I was looking to achieve. So, do you guys have any questions on your diet, or any questions?
How would you approach the last week? Like some people like putting in to take out water, but I honestly have no idea. So.
My water, I did do some reduction of water about the day before, and the 2 days prior I started to manipulate a little bit of water, but it wasn't drastic. It was the least a half a gallon, but then we increased that back up. So it was a fluctuation of that. And honestly, I mean, the conditioning that you're going to bring, when it came to me, I mean, fluids wasn't an issue. It was just, you actually want to bring in more fluids to your system because it'll actually allow you to look more fuller as you get on stage. As you've seen, he was back there with us, and you remember what Paul told you? He said, go out there, go have, did you ever get a chance to do what he told you? Yeah, I told him go eat a Chipotle or go eat right between shows. But what happens is some people really reduce water and a lot of these things that actually benefit you. And what ends up happening is you suck away a lot of this water and a lot of things to try to get this tight look, but actually the muscle is built with water. It needs the hydration. So the more you can hydrate your body, the more fuller you're going to look on stage. And so, he had that, and you came back, dude, you looked amazing that night. It looked good. But prior, how did you feel prior, man? It was...
Oh, didn't drink water for 2 days.
I remember one of the guys, that same, between shows, he almost passed out, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't, there's healthier ways to do it. You don't have to be that drastic with when you're getting ready for prep and stuff. Any other questions or anything? Let me see if I had any other notes. When it comes to food sources, I try to eat clean, but then again, I'm a human dude. I love my pizza. I love my going out to eat. I love my foods. But for me, it's more of a mental aspect of as I approach competing and getting ready. It's more mental for me that I feel that if I eat that sweet potato or the fish, it just feels like I'm eating clean. It feels like I'm following the protocol. So I'm not one of those guys that's gonna eat Pop-Tarts, every day, and meet my macros in that sense. But occasionally I will. It's there for me, options, and that's what contest prep can be for you when you're getting ready for it. So.
How about any training?
As far as training, I incorporated Lane Norton's fat program into my training when I was getting ready for the show. It was good. It was power. It's called power hypertrophy adaptive training, and it pretty much allows you to do some powerlifting movements. It incorporates heavy movements in the beginning of the week, and then hypertrophy movements as you lead towards the end of the week. So not neglect that, but you try to, deadlifting, bench, squats, things that accumulate as much muscle fibers. And then as you go to the end of the week, you start to individualize each muscle group and focus on there. Like I said, as far as cardio, I didn't pass over 30 minutes my entire preps for both shows. And that's because of manipulation of calories. When you can manipulate your calories, you don't have to go on these drastic cardio sessions. 30 minutes was the most, and that was during the week of prep, the week before the stage, getting on stage. Everything else was a high-intensity interval training, about 25 minutes of that, and then low-intensity training. And that's where, it'd be a traditional Stairmaster for 25 minutes or whatnot, and stuff like that. So, how's it going? But, yeah, when you manipulate the calories and you're in control of what you're taking into your system, I think that you have you have really power to just see the changes in your body. You can definitely get those changes that you're looking for within what you're looking to achieve on stage. So, any other questions? Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks.